If you've heard it once, you've heard it a million times. Roses are red, sugar sucks. Or maybe you've heard it never. Either way, I'm sure that you've heard sugar is bad for you. And today, that's what we're talking about. What is sugar? Why is it so evil and sweet at the same time? And what are some things we can do to cut back? Welcome to The Missed Appointment. What is sugar? There's natural sugars and there's refined sugars. Refined sugars is the processed, granulated, powdered, purified, extracted sugar from its natural occurring form, such as your sugar beets and sugar cane. Examples of refined sugars are obviously your candies and your chocolates. In less obvious forms, you can get them from condiments and salad dressings. Natural sugar is the untouched, unmodified version of sugar that Mother Nature has provided its hunters and gatherers, aka us, thousands of years ago. Examples of this would be your berries and honey. Whatever it may be, sugar is composed of two main things. That's your glucose and fructose. Glucose is an essential compound that our body needs to run its biochemical pathways. It's so important that our liver stores extra just in case we run out of it. Fructose, on the other hand, is non-essential to our body. We can do without it. Our liver could care less about fructose. Sometimes it converts it to extra glucose and fats because we just don't need it. Now, what's so bad about sugar? 3 things to note. One is that it can be very addicting. Our body is amazing at knowing what to do with excess stuff we put in. And it gives us warnings and signals when too much is too much. Unfortunately, sugar and the food industry kind of screwed that up for many of us. When consumed in large amounts, like Super Size Me America, sugar can be very addicting. It tricks our brain into thinking that we need more. And how does it do it? Sugar causes dopamine release, which in itself isn't a terrible thing because, as we all know, dopamine is the neurotransmitter of love and happiness and sex and drugs and rock and roll. It's the chemical that drives the pleasure principle. Now, this isn't a bad thing, but when it turns into someone an addiction, then we're in trouble. Sugar activates the pleasure reward system in our brain, known as the nucleus accumbens. This is the same area that lights up on CT scans of people on morphine or cocaine. This is the stuff that makes us want more and need more, and if we don't get it, we experience the ugly withdrawal symptoms, aka the sugar crash, the headaches, the jitterness, and the tiredness. 2, sugar causes inflammation and free radical formations, which puts our body at risk for chronic health conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, obesity, dementia, and did I already mention diabetes? No studies have shown that completely eliminating sugar in our diet can prevent us from getting a particular disease. But hundreds after hundreds of studies have shown that sugar puts our body in this disease-fighting state, which is very taxing to our body and can weaken our immune system. Last but not least, sugar has detrimental effects to our hormone-regulating organs. That's our thyroid, our adrenals, our liver, and most especially our pancreas. Our hormones are amazing at keeping our body at homeostasis. It works in this feedback loop, so when you mess with one part of the system, you can assume a domino effect. Your hormones go haywire, we gain weight, we feel like crap, we get acne, and then our hair starts to fall off. So should we cut back on sugar? Sure. How should we do it? Screw elimination diets. Screw diets, period. Work on avoiding nutritional labels and just eating whole, non-processed foods. Avoid additives and shit. And if you get sugar cravings, grab yourself a glass of water. Our brain is remarkable, but sometimes it confuses thirst with hunger, so drink up. Also, eat good fats. Your avocados, coconut oil, nuts and seeds. It helps with the sugar cravings. And practice mindful eating. Basically, if you learn a thing or two about moderation, America, then you can have a fucking cookie.